I'm Julie.
And I'm Glen, and we're from Glen and Friends Cooking.
Welcome to the Whiskey Vault.
I actually got to do a tasting in the Whiskey Vault.
Yes, I know you left me at home. I know.
It was fantastic.
I'm sure it was.
Those videos are elsewhere on the YouTubes. But today, Daniel has asked us to step in and talk about whiskey that we either really love or that we find significant.
So we, of course, started to review all of our favorite Canadian whiskeys. Not all of which are on display here, but there are many fine Canadian products out there.
That you don't get. Daniel and I had a real laugh in that he knows that there's some great whiskeys up here that just don't get shipped to the United States. There's not enough of it to share. We get to keep it all.
Sorry.
But
when it comes to significance,
if you don't know, our channel has been on YouTube since 2007, which is just over 17 years now we've been on YouTube. And in those early years, no one knew what YouTube was. I would call people up. We had this idea that we wanted to do wine, whiskey, beer.
we had big dreams.
Big. And I would call people up and they did not know what
Yeah, this
YouTube was.
YouTube thing, it's a fad.
So let's reveal the whiskey.
Woodford Reserve. And you're going to ask, how that over so many great choices? Well, it's a great choice. And it has meaning.
So, 2007, no one would give us the time of day. No one had heard of YouTube. No one knew what YouTube was. And I contacted Brown Foreman directly, who owns Woodford Reserve. And then I shot off an email to the distillery manager, Dave Shurick, and said, Dave, this is what I'm trying to do. I don't have anything to show for it yet. It's a brand new idea. Would you do me a solid?
And he did.
He did.
And so we drove down there. We loaded up the truck, I think.
Yeah,
At that point, loaded up the truck. We were driving the truck then and drove down to Kentucky and
Trying to describe to the U.S. Border Guard why we were entering the United States with so much camera equipment, because we made internet videos. Was wild. And so we went down to Woodford Reserve on a day when the distillery was closed. Dave spent an entire day with us.
yeah.
An entire day with us.
Thanks,
To Dave.
Dave.
I mean, it's a classic profile for
Yeah.
for a bourbon. Anyway,
Yeah, and it's a beautiful space to visit, and we did everything. Like I even got to roll a barrel. Like woo!
on the track outside. And so Dave was very patient with us and walked us through everything, over-explained everything, sat down. You did a great tasting with him in the barrel room. We went through all the barrels, we tasted stuff from a barrel.
Stood there and just enjoyed the angel share.
Yeah. He invited us back to his home, and him and his wife took care of us at his home, which was just unbelievable. A fantastic, absolutely fantastic day to spend with somebody who was passionate about whiskey and about this distillery. And so from that series of videos with Dave, I was then able to call other distilleries and say, this is who we are, this is what we're about. Here's a video series that we did with Woodford Reserve, and that opened a ton of doors for us. People actually started to take us seriously. Although when I look back now, YouTube in 2007 was 240p and heavily compressed. And if you look at it now, it's like
You look at the videos; they're pretty awful.
it's shot with a potato. I have the originals. I will try to find the original footage to throw some up. But if you look at it on YouTube, it's horrific. But it was a great day. And when Dave left the distillery, he went on to teach college level courses about distilling. And he reached out to me and said, can I use that series in my teaching course? And would you shoot a little something extra for me? So I did. I shot a little something extra for him. He used the videos in his teaching course. You may have taken his course and seen them.
And said, "Who are these people?"
Who are these people? Because at that point, we really didn't know anything about anything.
No. I don't think we still know anything about anything.
Nah, we probably don't. We just bumble along and decide whether we like something or not. And that's about it.
But we do like Woodford Reserve. And
Yes.
we're eternally grateful for
Yes.
the kindness and the support that they gave us.
We later met Chris Morris, who is the master blender, master distiller there, and he helped us out quite a bit too. They got us into the other Brown-Forman distilleries. That was at a time when there was no money in YouTube.
No.
There was no advertising. Nobody knew anything about it. YouTube was losing money hand over fist. Nobody knew if it was going to last. And here we are 17 years later, still talking about whiskey.
Hurrah! So to Woodford Reserve,
To Dave and Chris, and to all of you, we're glad you're here.